We are finished with System Shock 2, and that's another classic, another masterpiece, and yeah, one of those legendary games. These okay, so yeah, the game is extremely fun. This is the first time that I played it in my life, to be honest. Although I play Bioshock a lot, I had never had the chance to play System Shock 1 or 2. So it's the first time that I played it, and it was really good. Honestly, I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed the whole ride a lot, and it was kind of difficult to actually hold up to play it only on the weekends. But yeah, so it was really fun. It feels very Bioshock feels very System Shock. It feels very System Shock. It is System Shock is more System Shock 2 is more claustrophobic, although it makes sense because of the setting, because it is a spaceship and all that. So it does feel more claustrophobic, but and it feels very similar. If you played both games, you will immediately feel the similarities. So a lot of things, as you notice, a lot of things that are tied to the game, to both games. Um, so what's my opinion in the end? Yeah, I think it does deserve the badge of a classic and a masterpiece. It is one of the best immersive sims out there. Still, it is very playable now. It is very playable. It is very um, um, it still holds up. Graphically, it might not. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It does look like a 1999 game. So with mods, you can get things looking better. But still, the thing like the environments and stuff like that, they are really good. I mean, they achieve the mood they wanted to really well. Um, Now compared to System Shock 1, it's a tough comparison because I think System Shock 2 is better, but they are different. Although they are the same, they do feel different. One of the System Shock 2 does feel like a One Spectre game. This System Shock 1 feels like a Ken Levine game. I mean, System Shock 2 feels like a Ken Levine game. So they do feel different. They have different feelings. I do like the art style on System Shock 1 better. I think it holds up better, although graphically it doesn't. But I think that the art style does hold up better than 2. I do think that System Shock 1 has a better soundtrack, although System Shock 2 has an amazing soundtrack as well, and it's extremely atmospheric, it's extremely creepy. A lot of it did some of the same things that Silent Hill did around the same time. So yeah, it helped a lot to build a lot of the environment, but it wouldn't be the type of OST that I will hear, I will listen to outside the game. Although the gameplay is really fluid, really good. Again, it does feel a lot like Bioshock. The only thing is you need to interface with the game a little bit more. You have to get used to the menu, which it doesn't take long, to be honest. I think that the controls in the first game are way more clunky and way tougher to get, but it is extremely playable. It is a very good game. I loved it. I really loved it. I can see myself playing it again. Not soon, but next year is going to be the year of System Shock. We are seeing the remake of the first game, so I might stream that, might not, don't know yet. And we are seeing System Shock 3 coming up too by Warren Spector himself, the man himself, making that game. So a lot of things to be excited about next year for System Shock fans. I can count myself amongst those. Really, really good, really, really playable, and very highly recommended. All right, so that's all for today. I'll see you guys next week. As I mentioned on the previous stream, I might do something tomorrow or during the weekend just to test out the new microphone, see how it works and all that. But regardless, next week we start a new game, and we go with another classic, another masterpiece, a game that I actually played and beat a lot, one of my favorite games ever. So it should be more fluid. And we're gonna play Deus Ex, but with a little twist. We're gonna play the revision mode. I tried to play that a couple years ago. I really did not like a lot of the changes they made to revision. There are some things that I really don't agree with, but to make it more interesting, to make it fresher for me, because I played that game a bunch of times. I probably finished it 5 times on the PC and another 5-6 times on PS2. I know that game very well. I want to make it a little bit more fresh for me, so I'm gonna try again get into revision. That's what we're gonna stream starting next week, and we should be able to make it a little bit faster. I'm sure I'm gonna get hooked up with that game. I love it. It's one of my favorite games ever. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining in, and if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for sticking in. It was a pleasure. It was really fun to play System Shock 2. I loved it. I really love this series now, and I cannot wait for System Shock Remake and System Shock 3. And I hope and also Night Dive Studios is releasing the Source Port version of System Shock 2 as well, the enhanced edition too. So we might dive into that later, probably next year. But yeah, awesome game, awesome series. Any Bioshock fan, any Ken Levine fan, must play this game if you have not. It is. You will notice a lot of the DNA on it, and a lot of not Easter eggs, because they're more like Easter eggs on Bioshock than System Shock because they came out first. But a lot of things like the environmental storytelling, the vending machines, the hacking system, hacking mini games, and the story itself. Shonen is easily one of my favorite villains ever. She is such a creepy, disturbing, fucked up villain, and she's freaking amazing. She's like 50% of the game of the game's triumph is because of her and I forgot the name of the voice actress, Trace. I forgot the name of voice actress, but it's a lot to do with her performance and with her script. She's creepy as fuck. She's one of the best, if not the best villain on gaming, and I do like her. I think she's creepier on 1 than 2. She comes up a little bit more bitchy on part 2 than creepy, but still she's amazing. She's a fantastic villain. And alright, so those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Do you like this game? Do you like the walkthrough? I mean, it wasn't a walkthrough because I didn't teach anyone to play anything, but the playthrough. And yeah, we'll see you next week with Deus Ex Revision. And thank you very much for everyone who watches, either on Twitch or YouTube. And hasta luego. Remember, keep boots on the ground.